We don't know if it's fashion trends making a comeback, or maybe our favorite shows getting rebooted, but we're feeling a tinge of nostalgia lately.
So of course, we purposely fell down a rabbit hole of late 90s, early 2000s rap videos.
And something interesting happened on our journey once we got to Missy Elliott. Her videos are still ahead of our time.
The beats still slap.
Timeless.
And the video concepts still blow my mind.
Wow.
Was she an alien dancing inside a, where is this? Then the Teletubbies universe? Did she predict Gmail?
The minds of Missy Elliott and her frequent collaborators combined to produce over 2 decades of what we think can be classified as Afrofuturistic work. And we want to explore how something like this falls into the genre.
Look, let's just cut to the chase.
This right here, purely a Missy Elliott appreciation episode.
And an excuse to binge watch music videos for work, and maybe dance an inflatable trash bag. What? I don't know about y'all, but I feel like we learn best by doing, so...
We're talking about Afrofuturism as a visual aesthetic, not within literature. Word to Octavia Butler, which is a whole nother rabbit hole. If you're interested in that, we'll link to a video that's a good jump off.
Now, Missy knows she's ahead of her time.
It's futuristic. Our music, the music that we make is futuristic.
And by being unapologetic about her body and her blackness, she's saying that people like her do exist in these alternate realities.
Yeah, now, why would we need to remind people of that?
Is it because we're hidden figures? Rarely recognized in history, let alone imagined in distant futures.
Using Afrofuturism as a lens to understand or categorize art is to point out how Black folks have been underrepresented in speculative fiction as a whole, like sci-fi. In Missy Elliott's case, music videos helped close that gap.
The beauty of speculative fiction is its seemingly endless possibilities, but unfortunately, us Earthlings are forever 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Security sweeps of all decks are negative, Mr. Spock. No evidence of intruder.
Very well. Cancel red alert, but maintain increased security.
Aye, sir.
People in 1968 were able to imagine traveling through the Milky Way before comprehending an interracial lip lock.
And really, that's where Afrofuturism comes in, where science fiction might just erase human cultural differences and create a world where we've evolved past race. Afrofuturism imagines a world in which Black cultures thrive. Like, imagine a future where your race exists, but doesn't have to be a burden.
And everybody knows the Navi in Avatar was Black anyway.
What?
Whoa!
Oh,
There you go.
Okay.
Slow down.
Intergalactic guns.
All right.
That's a lot. We come in peace.
We're humans who rarely ever come in peace, now that I think about it. And that's all. Earth.
Third rock from the sun.
From Earth. Yes, like Chris Pratt.
I prefer pine, but sure, like Chris Pratt. Definitely.
Chris's.
So it's complicated. It's like, you know, it's a color palette thing, you know.
Same species.
Different color palette. That's it.
Different. How do I do this? Okay. Star Wars? There you go. Okay, here we go. Finn? There you go. John Boyega.
Hey.
Huh?
No.
All right. Billy D. Williams,
That's the other one.
1980.
Yeah.
Donald Glover, 2018. No, do y'all not watch TV?
Okay, no. Wrong fandom.
Oh,
Wrong
okay.
fandom.
Hit him with it.
USS Enterprise D. Okay, all right, okay. Us, all right. LeVar Burton.
Oh, come on!
Really? Okay. The rules of Afrofuturism as a visual medium are in flux constantly. Ease a vibe. You feel me?
Mark Derry's 1994 essay, Black to the Future, was the first time this term popped up. Afrofuturism to him was speculative fiction that treats African American themes and concerns using technology or a prosthetically enhanced future.
My favorite definition is from Ashley Clark, who wrote an opinion piece for The Guardian in 2015 and curated Space is the Place, Afrofuturism in Film for the Brooklyn Academy of Music. Clark's definition says it is the centering of the international Black experience in alternate and imagined realities.
In the video for She's a Bitch, director Hype Williams transports us to this luxe and sleek underground lair. There's a highway tunnel where cars move at super speeds. There's this 360 floor-to-ceiling circuit board-esque room that lights up while the camera spins. This alternate reality definitely had better internet than we did in 1999. Ooh, that's rough. That is rough.
Yeah. This technology-boosted universe is elevated even higher by Missy herself. She's a menacing yet ultra-smooth, bald-headed supervillain dressed in the finest black vinyl. Darth Vader is shaking.
He could never. Wesley Snipes wishes. Morpheus, who?
Yeah. Through the lyrics, we understand she's taking on this larger-than-life persona to reclaim and embody a word that's been used to demean women for being too cocky or not nice enough.
Like Clark's definition provides, Missy is centering her experience as a black woman in hip-hop and inserting herself as the ruler of her many domains. This reality isn't dope in spite of her blackness, it's cool because of it. It could be the year 3000 and she's still rocking an ankh chain. She knows she gives you life.
Hype's expensive visuals, Timbaland's hypnotically sinister beats, and Missy's swag combine to create a world where powerful black women don't need praise because they admire themselves.
If that's too figurative for you, then let's take the video for Sock It To Me, where Missy literally leaves Earth to have intergalactic adventures with Lil' Kim and Da Brat.
You can definitely tell this was inspired by the Mega Man video games, and Afrofuturism is all about ensuring you're present or represented in these imaginary worlds.
And when you think about it, we even have preconceived ideas about what video game music is supposed to sound like. But what if we told you the soundtrack could be sultry and soulful? In our particular society, nerdy things are often coded as not black, but this video bucks that notion. We can participate and add a little different flavor to it.
The future isn't all about space or tech gadgets, though, which is great because what is this? Sometimes it's a dystopian Earth. Take Past That Dutch, and 2 years later, Lose Control. Both were directed by Dave Meyers, another one of Missy's frequent collaborators.
In Past That Dutch, it's an unknown virus taking over people's bodies, making them dance wildly. I mean, sure, it's a drug reference, but she also manages to river dance under the beam of a spaceship while dancers heel toe in the cornfields. Not to mention the beat itself, co-produced with Timbaland, is the perfect rhythm for Double Dutch, which by the 1980s was associated with early hip-hop culture in New York.
This video's brand of dystopian Afrofuturism is cemented at the end of the video when we completely switch gears and Missy is on top of a skyscraper like King Kong. The fact that she becomes this larger-than-life figure could be doing two things: reclaiming an otherwise negative image of black folks and rising above it all, or acknowledging her superiority within the hip-hop genre.
But she uses this elevated status to be a leader and directly address black people and affirm our various experiences. This is what Mark Derry's definition of Afrofuturism referred to, using alternate realities to acknowledge African American concerns.
Similar to Past That Dutch, Lose Control exists in a frantic, dance-filled dystopia. Again, black culture is allowed to exist in this deserted place. Of course, we out here kicking up dust in tall tees and Timbs. Even when she's referencing past time periods visually, the music reminds us we're still listening to the soundtrack of Missy's mind.
And when you really think about it, dance is sort of an ancient technology, stay with me, used over generations as a form of communication and mind control. So, when Missy said this beat was hypnotic, nothing is more Afrofuturistic than making a beat that will make anyone listening to it in the future lose control. What? I think it works.
There are devices present in almost all Missy videos. These techniques show us that the world we're watching isn't like our own, even if intricate costumes aren't involved. In the video for The Rain Super Duper Fly, Hype Williams uses a fisheye lens to create a distorted perspective. So even in the shots when Missy isn't an alien balloon, we know she's not a mere earthling. Her eyes and lips pop out, kind of like those Snapchat and Instagram filters do now. Huh.
They knew.
They also play around with speed and skipping frames during choreography, adding to the robotic movements.
She makes her world seem so natural that we forget our bodies don't really move like that, which is another technique we see pretty often.
She levitates in several videos, including Hit 'em with the Heat,
in which magic can be classified as an ancient technology. Thank you very much.
Her head snakes toward you in Get Your Freak On. She takes her head off completely in 1 Minute Man. And don't forget all the dance moves where it's her head and definitely not her body.
It adds to her otherworldly persona, and it's why we think Missy Elliott is a more innovative, magical being than fellow human.
No matter where we are in time or space, Missy Elliott just works. It's Afrofuturistic to insert our cultures into these worlds. A vicious heel toe can still exist. A Nigerian shoki can still exist, bruh. Trina is in a Salvador Dali-inspired room. We can literally be anywhere we want.
And remember, this is simply a lens we're using to interpret a body of work. Sometimes the backstory behind these videos is just a matter of budget. Hype Williams is known for video concepts that make rappers seem larger than life.
That's a gigantic hydraulic M coming out of water. Most music videos wouldn't be able to do something like that nowadays. Like, it may have been $1 million just for that.
Right. Missy Elliott has inspired others with her ownership of writing, music production, and performance style.
Us? We were just a couple of Y2K tweens drawn to these videos. For me, the connection is strong. I grew up loving movies, but Hollywood always felt very far away and inaccessible. It's because of Missy Elliott's videos that I wanted to become a music video director. And she's from Portsmouth, Virginia, my family's hometown, which made telling stories in this short form medium even more possible to me.
And I was definitely that kid who dressed up and played pretend, and these videos showed me it's not childish or silly. It's creative. It's cool to be imaginative. And while we stand real-life astronaut Mae Jemison or NASA mathematicians like Katherine Johnson, as lovers of the humanities, we use arts and culture to take us places we've never been.
And Missy is still out here, both in her own music and that of other artists. She was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in June of 2019, only the third rapper to receive such an honor in its 50-year history. Afrofuturism and striving to be visible, even in our artistic imaginations, is not only valid, but valuable. So what will the future look like with us in it?
Anything's possible. Over here at Say It Loud, we wanted to take you to space figuratively, but real space is cool too. PBS is bringing you the universe with Summer of Space, which includes 6 incredible new science and history shows streaming on pbs.org and the PBS video app, along with lots of spacey episodes from our show friends at PBS Digital Studios. So make sure to check it out. The link is below.
What's your favorite Missy Elliott video and why? Let us know in the comments. Click here to watch The Storyscape explain Afrofuturism in books, and click here to watch an interview with Tomi Adeyemi, author of Children of Blood and Bone, a fantasy novel based on Nigerian folklore. And click here to watch more of Say It Loud.
Subscribe, give this video a like, follow us on social media at Say It Loud PBS, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.